don't get too involved. And like, this is a message to like everyone, right? No matter what you're doing, whether it's to be honest, whether it's in the barber industry, whether it's in the fucking whatever, the music industry, the film industry, whatever. If you're trying to get on in this industry, like if you're a fellow YouTuber, if I say fellow like I'm I'm not a YouTuber. What am I talking about? Anyway, fuck me, and my brain's fried. But whether you're a YouTuber or whether you're a barber or whether you're trying to do education or you're trying to do a brand or whatever you're trying to do, right? Don't get too involved. And what I mean by this is if you get to it, right, we've got a barber industry, right? And as you all know, every single brand and every single person with a platform usually not hates me. And some of you look at that and you think, oh, that's the best position you could ever be in. That's the, it's the Conor McGregor method. You know what I'm saying? They all hate Conor McGregor. But he's a step above everyone. Let me try and explain this properly. But it doesn't mean that you have to be the pinnacle. You don't have to make the most money. But don't get too involved. Because once you get too involved, you are fucked. You are fucked, and you're always going to sit under someone forever. Always. You're going to end up making friends. That's bad. Like, you think that's good. I want to make connections. No. That's bad. Because you're going to make friends in the industry. You're going to make friends with brands. You're going to make... So imagine you're a YouTuber, right, and you've made friends with a brand. Now you can't be honest anymore because you're insulting your friends. It's a real bad situation to be in as a creative, especially online, as someone who's trying to do a business or a brand. It's not the best position to be in. Without that, without them connections and that friendship and getting involved, you have complete freedom. It doesn't matter if you upset Barber 101 who works for Babyliss or whatever, or Barber 706 who works for Stylecraft, because you're not involved. It doesn't matter. It's like he's upset. Who gives a fuck he's upset? No one cares. It's the best position to be in. It really is. When you know too many people, there's everything you say can upset someone. And it's just like someone who's close to you. And I'm not saying everything I say does upset somebody, but I'm not involved in the industry, so it doesn't matter. And it also doesn't keep you under someone. And you also get to be... You just get to be yourself. It's the best possible way you can do anything. And people always think, oh, well, connections will help me bring up my brand. You kind of, to a certain extent, but you'll never get above them, ever. Do you really think... I think about this properly. Do you think if TPOB the brand... I think back to when I was doing T-shirts, before Clippers ever came out, if I was getting along with everyone and just doing T-shirts and making friends and going to shows and stuff like that, do you think that my friends in the industry would let me sell more Clippers than everybody? Do you think that would be something that they'd be happy about? Do you think they're happy that professional barbers are sat in their shop or stood in their shop all day, 5 to 7 days a week, using these clippers? Did you really think that that's something they're happy about? So that's basically all I'm trying to say to this. I don't think it's a good idea to be too involved. You'll be apologising and stuff. Like there's nothing weaker than an apology. Like whether it's an apology because someone got offended or whether it's an apology because you're wrong. Like, there is nothing weaker than a public apology, because when you get involved, they will try to control you with emotions of being a friend. They will try to cancel you if you do anything slightly wrong. And you, because you're so involved and you rely on the industry to go to the shows or whatever, or blah, 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 whatever it is you do, you'll end up bending to it. You know what I mean? You end up doing different things to fit in, or you end up apologising to fit in, or you end up like not saying this that you wanted to say to fit in, and it's just not. It's not a good look. It's not good for business. It's not good for business. But yeah, so that's pretty much like one of my stances completely on the way I do business. Like, I've no interest in being friends with anyone. They also, why don't you come to a show? Why on earth would I want to go to a barber show? What on earth would I? So they all hate me. Like, nobody likes. Like, think about this, right? Your friends don't even like it. Your friends don't like it. There is not one of my friends who is happy that I've got such a successful business. They're not thinking, oh, I'm so stoked for TPOB doing so big, man. He deserves making money and having all that notoriety. Nobody's happy for you. And the more friends you make in the industry, they won't be happy for you either. There'll be politics, there'll be gossiping, there'll be shit talk, there'll be blah, blah, blah behind your back. But to your face, it's like, hey, bro, nice thing, I love your brand, right? All these brands hate each other. They all hate each other. Like, Starcraft hate Babyliss as much as I hate Starcraft. And they all do. We are in competition. The only thing is, they try to pretend it's friendly. It's not friendly competition whatsoever. They hate each other. I'm just the only one who's so upfront about it. Like, this is war for the market. We are trying to take over the barber market, right? They do it their way, $300 clippers, explosions, bullshit, and corny influencers. And I do it my way, as in the best tools for the best prices and talking to the barbers one-on-one, because that's who the fuck uses your tools, the barbers. So why are you doing it for... Like, there's no barber on earth, right? There's just no barber on earth that thinks, you know what? I really want to spend $300 on a clip. There's no way I'm spending $300 on a clipper. Like me personally. No way. 120, 95, 100%. So, and I've heard rustlings, right, that Babyliss are going to start charging $100 for some clippers. So, what that means is either they're not going to make any money, because there's no way. There is no way that they can make any money. So, especially with these Trump tariffs. So I think we're going to get into or they're going to be shit. You know what I mean? Like real budget, low quality, so they can make money. But either way, we're going to get into some interesting times, because I'm forcing the other people who are not competing with me to put the prices way down. So we're just coming into some interesting times. Some real interesting times. And yeah, I just don't get too involved. You know what I mean? Like, imagine I made friends with Dennis from Babyliss in 2020 before I ever released a clipper. Would I feel as comfortable going to war with them now? Probably not, to be honest, because you'd have a personal relation. You'd feel like a shitbag. You'd feel like a snake. Whereas I don't. I've any of that because I'm not the friends with them. So that's my advice. Don't get too involved with whatever industry you're in. Focus on the audience. Get involved with your audience. Don't get involved with your peers, because your peers aren't going to buy your shit anyway. So, yeah, that's the thing. Keep business and personal separate. And when you go into business, destroy. Don't feel bad for your thingy. Like I hear a lot of I'm gonna do my next video will be on this, obviously, but the saddest story, and I'm trying to make a story about everything, and I'll tell you why you shouldn't do that. But yeah, my message for this video is don't get too involved, because it'll bite you in the ass if you ever want to elevate to the next level. Peace out.